Today we are going to be making some Philly cheesesteak egg rolls, and I'm going to show you how not only how delicious it is, but how simple it is to make it too. And you can't have no cheesesteak without no steak, right? So I'm using the shaved ribeye. I love that the ribeye is thin, it's flexible, it gets the flavor really good, and I don't have to cut it and shave it myself. So if you could pick this up at the local market, definitely do it. I am also using, for your ingredient list, you got you about a half of a large diced onion. You're gonna need that for some good flavor. You got your egg roll wraps here. Yes, I'm gonna use a fresh chili. Chili adds a nice flavor to it. And you got your cheeses. Now I'm using provolone and a little bit of sharp cheese. I'm from South Jersey, so the original cheesesteaks, I believe, had provolone cheese. But if you add the cheddar and mix the provolone together, I like the way the cheeses melt together. So let me know in the comment section, what do you prefer on your cheesesteak? But let's get cooking. Got that nice pan. Now you want to get your cheese steak in there. There we go. Now, depending on how many egg rolls you make, this is about a pound of meat. So if you think you're gonna want a lot, this is probably gonna make you between 4 and 8, depending on how fat you make them. But that just gives you some context. Now I'm gonna season up. I'm using my Steakhouse by House of Flavor, which is my favorite go-to. Got everything in there that I need. Now it's a good time to throw in those onions. A little bit of olive oil in there for those onions. Now I reduced this heat down a little bit because I like it to be have a little crust and texture on the outside. So I let this cook down a little bit. And while I'm doing that, as I mentioned, I like to use a chili. I love flavor. So what I'm going to do is just take one chili. It doesn't add a whole lot of heat, but adds just the right touch. Because we want this Philly cheesesteak egg roll to have some flavor. We don't want it to be bland, right? Put this inside of here like this. I mean, this is looking real good. You gotta get the cheese. Now, we spoke about this earlier. I am literally gonna take some provolone slices, drop it right over top with some nice sharp cheddar. And all of this is gonna blend really well together. Speed up the process and make the cheese heat faster and melt. Put a lid on it. What this will do is the steam will make that cheese cook really fast, because by this time you're smelling it, you know it smells real good, and you just wanna eat, like me, right? Look at that fast, real time. Cheese already melted. We're gonna move this all around. Look at that, you want all of that cheese. And if you ain't telling me that don't already look good, oh my goodness. 2 things we did well right here. You got your cheese and you got your steak. Looking good. All right, now that we have the meat and cheese already ready to go, we're gonna get the hot oil up to a temperature of about 340, 350. And in the meantime, we are gonna go ahead and prepare these egg roll wraps. Now what you wanna do is turn these into a diamond. They come straight out the patch like that, and basically lay them down as a diamond. It makes it much easier for you to do. Just look at that cheese. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We're gonna drop that sucker right down there. There you go. I'm gonna take a little water, dip that on the edges so it can stick. That's here, here. Flip it over. Then you want to roll it on up, just like that. Now you got your first one done. You want to set these to the side, and you want to do the rest of them just like that. All right, time to change out them gloves, because you don't want no dirty hand cooking your cheesesteak. I know I don't. All right, let's get these guys going. Put all 4 in there just like that. Let's see. All right, we want to let that deep fry up for a few minutes. You can move it around a little bit, but don't touch it too much. And then, in a couple minutes, ready to eat. So. All right, now let's check them. It's been like 2 to 3 minutes. Let's see what they look like. There you go. Nice and golden brown. I think that's about right. Okay. Now you know when they start floating like that to the top, like most fried foods, that means it is safe to take it out. We're gonna let these come out like this, and we're gonna drain them. Look at that. Look at that. Put that right up there and let them sit. Now we got them all out the grease, and now it's time to cut them up. Now, usually I share this with my production crew, but under the circumstances, that may not happen today. However, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and tell me, would you smash this? Put it right now in the comment section. Most importantly, make this at home. If you follow it exactly how I said it, and I know a lot of you are gonna give me a lot of slack or no slack at all because of this cheese dip, I will actually put it down in the comment section for you to try because that is a hero as well. Thank you, see you soon. Because I'm telling you, it's that damn good. Mm.